2 sessions ago, I read a letter from a woman who was upset that her husband, Sam, had invited his 14-year-old son, Michael, from a former marriage to live with them without talking to her first. In our last 2 sessions, I have suggested that first, she needed to remember that if her convenience were the primary goal, she'd lose. But if she could make being more loving her primary goal, many productive possibilities would present themselves. So, back to the writer of the letter. We've already talked about your telling the truth about yourself with your husband. Now, how can you lovingly discuss the possibility of his son coming to live with you? Instead of thinking about how this affects only you, think about how this affects him. Your husband has a responsibility to provide a loving home for his son, and that will require your cooperation. Again, this doesn't obligate you to take Michael into your home, but you do need to consider what you can do to better love both Michael and your husband, rather than thinking only about your own convenience. You're never responsible to love people as much as they need, only as much as you can. You may not feel capable at this moment of taking Michael into your home, and you don't have to do that. You do need to begin considering what steps you could take that would bring you closer to supporting your husband in this important decision. You have a fear, for example, that your daily routine would be intolerably interrupted if Michael came to live with you. Certainly a teenage boy would interrupt your usual way of doing things. So you need to sit with Sam and discuss how you can minimize both the inconvenience and your fears. Both of you need to agree on many issues about Michael before you even consider inviting him to your home. What chores will he be responsible for example? What consequences will be imposed if he fails to do his chores? Will you have full authority as a parent to give Michael direction or to impose consequences? If you don't have the same authority as your husband, you're guaranteed to have many problems. Will all policies about Michael be implemented only if you're both in agreement? And under what circumstances will he be able to get and use a driver's license, like good grades, completed chores, and so on? Another question, how long will he live with you? Only until he's graduated from high school? If so, he will be with you only for about 3 more years, and so on. Many questions, but you need to deal with these before he comes. If you and Sam can agree on all these issues, your fears about Michael may be considerably reduced. Take as long as necessary to reach that kind of agreement, weeks, months, whatever it takes. And don't invite Michael until you're both ready. It's far better to do this right than quickly. Until you two can work together as a loving couple, it would be wise to leave Michael with his mother. The love in your marriage is more important than Sam's promise to Michael about moving in with you in a month, because it's always about real love.